Now, Curtis, you've got the Mystic, a little bit of a gear disadvantage here. Your opponent has Arams, but he's a lower combat. It's Graphist.
It's Graphist. Me versus Graphist is going to be a great fight, content creators. He's a level 102. I've got the melee advantage. We're going to try and take this fight, take his Arams, and then we can take some more wins.
Have you seen Graphist's PKing skill? I think he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he PKs basically on his streams all the time, but I'm not too sure how he is with hybriding, but I guess we're about to find out.
And how much have you practiced getting into this 1v1?
I practiced a few tournament fights before this today. We're definitely getting a lot better, but I guess we'll see how it works in the real time.
All right, well, best of luck to you, Curtis. We'll join you again after you either win or lose. We'll figure that out eventually. And now we're going to make our way back over to the couch.
Good luck. Close, boys. Could I put a redemption there? I don't know. It was close. I was under geared. I had less bruise, but I did really well. I'm happy with that. That was close, boys. That was a fun run, though. I was under geared. I had less bruise, but I think we did pretty well to bring it back. So yeah, the fog started to come in as well. Oh man. All right, boys. We did what we wanted to do, which was make it to the final and put out some fights. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you all so much, guys, for watching, and I'm going to go watch the normal stream now, so hope you enjoy the coverage, boys.
Good luck, boys. Here it is. fuck. Fuck. Center panic, boys. Huh? Adrenaline right now. I don't even know how I feel right now. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Boys! Let's fucking go! Holy fuck. Holy shit. Dude. Oh my god! This is insane! Holy shit! This is actually insane! Yo, Alfie, should I take a Karambon for a shark? Do you think I should? I mean, it's either I leave it or I don't pick it up at all. Yeah.
You're not gonna use blood rush at all.
Okay.
Is set up?
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure. Did you use last fight at all?
No. Holy shit, boys! This is insane! This is actually insane. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, guys. Holy shit. The subs, the bits, the follows. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the prime. Pine Wapple, Dave, the Kid, Marble, Carcass, Salty, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Holy fuck. You realize you're gonna die? It's all good, dude. Hey, my brother. Hey, at least we made it, man. At least we fucking made it, dude. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it so much, guys. Thank you.
Join these casters, guys. So, predictions. We've seen who's in the finale. We've seen the two players still on stage that could take this home. What are your predictions?
I'm gonna.
Go on, after you, Ben.
Thanks, Elliot. I'm gonna stick with my initial prediction that, with the info that I had from before, from the display of talent that's been showcased throughout the whole tournament, I think Fools are going to take it, and I think in particular Brook is going to be the final person to stand.
You think Brook is going to win it?
I think he's going to go for it, yeah. He's got a very confident look on him. He's calm, collected.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what it means.
He seems very confident.
Some people mistake confidence with arrogance, but that was just pure confidence.
Yeah,
right
he was like...
And I believe in him.
He's cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. He is.
So...
I think Curtis is going to win.
Really? If he's going to far?
It would be incredible.
He's got Mystic, but if he can get the gear upgrade, and
he's against Graphist in the first round, isn't he? And he's a much higher combat level than him. So if Graphist does have gear that he needs, that could be a huge momentum swing for him to push him further through the 1v1 stage.
Although Graphist, like Curtis did point out, does PK a lot. He doesn't tend to do much tri-breeding. He doesn't tend to do much of the no-honor overhead stuff.
Even on a main account, he has mostly pures that he plays on every day in Edgeville. So definitely new territory to him as well as Curtis.
Exactly. So I think this is, like I said, even though Graphist is more experienced in the player versus player content, I think Curtis is higher combat level, and they're both lacking experience in the tri-breeding department. So I think Curtis is actually going to take this one over Graphist. But I think on stage, Bwakheim PB out of the two is certainly going to go the furthest, and it's good to see how confident he is. Yeah. I think Fools are going to win this.
You think Fools are going to win this?
Yeah.
Well, we said earlier they have like 7 or 8 suffering rings, just saying, again, adding to how overpowered they are and how strong they are and how much benefit they give. So they've got a good chance of, really, really taking this one.
I'd love to see a solo player win this.
A solo player?
We have 128 people left. We don't know that all of those players belong to either Fools or Lit or whatever clan is remaining. There could very well be a solo player or somebody who's done well to blend in, as we've seen in the past. Rot have changed their names to blend in with Lit.
And steal the win.
It is not an uncommon strategy in Deadman to change names, blend in with the crowd, and just hope that nobody kills you. We could see somebody kind of rise from the shadows and end up taking this. $20,000.
That's what Mank tried to do, wasn't it? He tried to change his name. He was going to stream himself on his second qualified account, which was lower stats, overlay the stats of his actual main account, so it looked like he was playing his main account. He had some tricks up his sleeve.
Next level detection.
Obviously, it didn't really go to plan. Right, which is a shame because I thought that was quite smart.
So obviously we've been talking for a while here. What's been happening in the background is we've been giving the teams chance to resupply, change up their gear, swap out their spells. Obviously giving the team behind the scenes as well chance to look over all of the accounts that have qualified now. We're just still at the moment of letting them finalise all their preparations.
Oh, sorry, can I interrupt? I just saw these 2 guys talking to each other. One of them said, "You're going to win, but good luck." The other guy just a smiley face, have fun. Just that competitive but casual, spirit of good sportsmanship that you see. That's just awesome.
Yeah, the spirit of Deadman.
A lot of the things though within PK, and it's that it's all about the thrill of the kill. Most people don't really care about anything else when it comes down to PvP. All they care about is just the kills and being able to show that they're better than someone else, and nothing else really matters.
Oh wow, I must say as well actually, Bwak, we said earlier, he's putting me very far. He's actually up against in his first 1v1, Mika, who was
said this.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. I keep watching the screen and looking at who's fighting. But I don't think he's going to be able to beat Mika, honestly. My money's on Mika.
Really?
I think Mika's going to take him.
Nah.
Mika came 2nd place last time round, and he's a very competent hybrid, and he's got pretty much max stats. He's been playing all week, getting the best in slot gear as well.
He's a higher level.
I think
he's got the underdog. Have you seen him PK recently?
I saw his switches earlier, and I will say he's very, very competent, but so is Mika. It could go either way.
Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to this, guys.
We can see the switches. There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have the great advantage here of being able to see their inventories.
Look at the... Is he getting some one-tick 4-ways in there, yeah?
He is, yeah.
Decent.
Oh, he's got
on a foreign setup as
well. So obviously going to poison his opponent.
All right, guys, we're gonna head underway with the 1v1s very shortly, but for the time being, it's actually time to take a look at a highlight package to show us what's just happened so far in the Deadman finale. Right, guys, and we're back. Madaiza has just made a sprint for the toilet, so he'll make his way back. But let's talk real quick about that replay package. We saw Robert, I think, one of the most notable deaths just there.
Being speared.
Robert has put in. He is rank 1 Deadman right now.
Yeah, overall.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he was. He has put in so much effort this time around. He's logged so many hours. He is relentless in playing every single Deadman season. I would have loved to see him at least in like the top 10.
Yeah.
That being said, actually, we've already arranged with Robert. He's going to be streaming the next season. He's one of the smartest people when it comes to strategizing and talking about the next season. Explaining what to do, methods that people aren't really thinking about, the unconventional methods. And I think he's going to be really fantastic at teaching the newer players and the newer viewers how to play Deadman. So we're going to send a host his way. So if you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere. You can watch Robert take on the new season, learn a bit from him, steal his ideas, and you might be able to play in the next Deadman tournament.
He's progressed a lot as well, because when he first started playing Deadman mode, which is, you know, where he made a name for himself.
Yep.
With the Dragon Dagger.
His strategy was getting the Dragon Dagger, getting really high strength, really high attack, running round and special attacking people, and basically one-hitting lower levels, or one-hitting people that were even higher, because his stats were so superior compared to theirs.
But his knowledge of the game in general as well has improved since then. I mean, this time round, this tournament, he's been doing the Monkey Madness 2 quests, so he can access the demonic gorillas, I believe they're called, and to get the Zenite jewelry and such. And his just overall knowledge of demo mode, like you said before, is unparamount to a lot of the players. So he's a lovely guy too. So definitely go check him out afterwards.
So moving into these 1v1s, there are a couple different strategies, right? The most famous is probably the Reg Ranger. So you're looking at people that potentially have invested in Vengeance, Ring of Suffering, they've got the D-Hide, Auto Retaliate, and their trusty crossbow.
Yeah, so the reason why that works so well is because obviously the defense bonus of having all of that Barrow's gear makes you not invincible, but it makes it very difficult for people to actually do enough damage against you. Also, you can focus on just changing your defensive prayers and not have to changing out your offensive switches. In addition to that, obviously, range in general just hits through defense with the Diamond Bolt C especially really, really well. So, yeah.
It's the safest way to go, probably the easiest way to play it, but I think a really skilled Tribrid who knows how to death dot, time his attacks, change his prayers, preemptively force his opponent into changing into the wrong prayers, and all of those things combined can really take this one home. And that's exactly what we saw the last tournament. So many of those top 10 the last tournament were Tribrids, very, very skilled at the game. Just goes to show there is a solid skill gap, especially in the 128.
Certainly. And one thing that we're going to have to, I really, really want to look out for as well, is with the new addition of being able to actually see the players' inventories. I want to talk a little bit about how the game mechanics work, how RuneScape is run on a tick system.
Yep.
So we're going to be talking about how fast people are switching from their gear, and we're going to see people switching two defensive pieces, which will be normally their top and their bottoms, and then their offensive pieces, which is going to be what they're going to have in their hand. And we're being counted down, so I don't know if I'm going to be
talking. We're going in.
Conversation as we jump into the game. But the first 1v1 we're observing right now is actually Mika versus What on stage right now, and here he goes. Good luck to both of them. And straight off the bat, look at that, 39 whip. That's a huge hit, almost a max hit. And Mika taking so much damage, plus the Vengeance.
Oh my God, he's nearly killed him straight away. Did you see what he did there? So when I was talking about the game tick system, there's 0.6 seconds in a game tick. You can only do as many movements.
I take back what I said before. Look at What absolutely dominating right now. He actually chose to change to Vengeance before the fight started. Put up Avenge, and I'm pretty sure now actually he has Barrage too. And you can see him switching out, trying to catch the freeze. Maybe he can go for a step under, as we said before, Chris. And with that
he's doing so much damage.
Look at the inventory compared to him. He's got all his 5 food left, whereas Mika now has only 1 anglerfish and has drank like a whole brew.
He's killed him right there.
He's praying incorrectly on pretty much all of Buck's hits here. At the very start, he had his crossbow out, and as soon as it said go, he pulled out his whip and hit him like a 30 straight away. That set the precedent for the fight. However, the tables are turning now.
Mika's got an absolute rampage.
Seeing Mika doing a lot of damage. Buck's failing to get his prayers right. He's whipping him on his range twice in a row there. He's on the back foot. He needs to get himself healed up. He needs to keep bolting back, get himself healed up, and get back into a position whereby he can deal damage straight back to Mika here, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. He's full bar health now, it's okay.
So we're watching this one as the main one. We're also watching Curtis in his fight. We got a brief glimpse at that. He seemed to be holding his own. Now, importantly about this Mika and Wokheim PB fight is they seem to have the best gear out of everybody that we can see. We can see maybe a dozen fights right now if we pan out, but these guys have pretty much endgame Deadman gear. Whoever goes on to win this could very well go on to win the entire thing. This could be the deciding fight, the very first fight it is.
Definitely. Talking about fights here now, Graphist v Curtis, Mmorpg. This is going to be one to watch. We know that, as we were saying before, Curtis not the most prolific of PKers, Graphist, obviously, more known for his pure PKing and edge fighting than his hybrid in fights. There's a lot of difference in food. Mmorpg has a huge amount less.
I was going to say, I
Graphist.
think that the main difference here is that Graphist has opted for pretty much an inventory of brews, which obviously each one, when you're high enough hit points, heals 16 at a time, making a brew heals 64 hit points. Whereas Curtis has opted for the one-slot Dark Crabs, which don't reduce your stats, but only heal 22. So that's like 3 times as much damage you're going to heal per inventory space. So I'm not too sure what Curtis was thinking coming into this final, not having a whole inventory of brews like his opponents. And that's going to make a huge difference. And unless he can really, start dealing incredible amounts of damage and coming back against Graphist, he hasn't got much of a chance.
Well, he needs a KO.
Yeah, you can see Graphist is completely outgearing him as well, though. Full barrows, he's got the Carol's bow as well.
Graphist still has special attack. Curtis has no special attack. He's out of food. This fight's over.
Yeah. Curtis has been, I think he's panicking now when he's on the back foot. He's prayed incorrectly for the last 5 hits. Graphist is just death dotting, standing straight underneath him after each attack. Yeah. He's maged him twice. He's tricked Curtis into praying mage, then he's going straight in for a whip. However, the tides have turned.
Curtis coming back now, doing the same tactic back again.
He's doing well. You got to respect it. He's holding his own. He's with worse gear. He's at a disadvantage. Graphist has been PKing for years. He is strictly a PKer. He's very, very good at this.
However,
it's no surprise.
Curtis is doing some significant damage back. He's getting unlucky with a few of those whip hits off prayer. Obviously, we can see Graphist has prayed incorrectly 3-4 times in a row. Curtis was super unlucky with those whip hits.
With 6 brews left and Curtis having nothing left, it's all over for him, I believe, at this point.
If we can remind you guys, a lot of these guys are streaming themselves. Yeah. So Curtis is streaming right now. It's very likely Graphist is streaming as well. We encourage you to load up as many streams as you want to, of course. Watch all of the action and see. We're going to follow all the big fights, but there are so many other fights going on right now, such as What versus Mika. And
Curtis is like Mmorpg is bringing this back a little bit. He's been doing some considerable amounts of damage. We've got to remember as well that every time that Graphist sips a brew, one of those yellow potions that you can see in the inventory, his defense is going to increase, but all of his other stats are going to decrease.
Yeah.
That's going to mean that his magic level's going down, and magic level is very important for magic defense. So if Curtis Mmorpg is able to do some damage, make Graphist take down those brews, lower his stats, Mmorpg might have a chance to deal that little bit of extra damage.
I don't know, man. 4 brews is a lot to take down when you're on only 40 hit points.
He's going to KO him.
Oh, if he gets a KO with D-ball hit. Oh, he could have killed him. 31 hit points.
Wow.
He could have hit that with 99 range, I believe Curtis has from the Kurasks. That could have been the win there, and that would have been absolutely devastating for Graphist going down like that.
That's the thing. Hold out until he gets 100% spec. He's got a G-Maul.
I think people have instantly just said, Curtis can't win this. Graphist has such a significant amount more food than Curtis does. However, we're forgetting that Curtis, if he does loads of combo damage, he can just take him out.
He could have killed him right there.
He can kill him right now. Graphist is praying wrong. Graphist panicking. Mmorpg is going nuclear.
He could have got him there if he got a good barrage hit. And still, he's brewed down Graphist right now, drinking loads of brews, chugging, just going for the range hits, not even worrying about doing any switches.
If he can make it to 100%
Curtis
spec.
only has 23 hit points left. And yeah, you're right.
They're both so low.
Spec
They're both so low.
Which might be too late. But 1 brew left for Graphist. And Curtis has done an absolutely fantastic job here of coming back. Here comes the G-Maul. 0-0. Oh my gosh, it was so close. Wow. He put up a great fight.
What a valiant effort from Curtis right there. He was on the back foot the entire fight. He'd almost depleted his entire inventory of food.
About this, Brooks nearly falling down here.
Oh, he gets comboed out as well by Mika, like I said before. Wow.
Walk-on PB out of the game. There goes our on-stage talent out of the game.
Altogether.
Dying to the online talent. That is Mika and Graphist.
What an incredible round of fights, though, that we've just seen there. I mean, Curtis at the time was 4 brews down, managed to get it to the single brew sip of Graphist. And even at that point, it was 5 HP.
That's all of our predictions are in the bin.
My money.
There goes everything.
My money's on Mika to keep going forward, though. And I will say as well, Curtis, obviously, he was in this just to get to the 1v1 stage, to put on a show, to enjoy himself. That's what he's done. He's delivered. He got that far. So respect to him and kudos.
Curtis has to be proud of that performance. He did extremely well. I'm sure we have many claps in the chat. He's also had an incredible week leading up to this tournament.
The other thing is, if he had the bruise like Graphist did, I think he would have taken that win. So he's going to be kicking himself now, thinking back if that was the best strategy to go for.
It was so close, and There were a couple of opportunities that we saw where Curtis could have quite easily killed him. I feel bad for Curtis after that, but a valiant effort nonetheless.
So looking at this fight here now, we've got Blood Teller v Potato Dog 21.
Oh, Potato Dog.
So Potato Dog has seemed to opted for a full tank setup. It's worked out in his favor and it's just taken down.
So if you're wondering what's going on with these consistent hits right now, these really low hits, essentially with these 1v1s, what could happen is two friends or two teammates from the same clan could be matched up together. It's completely randomized. So we have to incorporate a damage ticking system. Over time, we give them a few minutes to fight it out. If the fight's still going on, or they're not fighting, this damage will come in and just kind of push one of them to die first.
Yeah.
They're dropping like flies now. Mages just died there to DI Swifty.
Trying to use the redemption
and
to stay alive.
both out of food there as well, so that was incredibly close.
I mean, it comes right down to it, doesn't it? Things like the Ring of Suffering I said before, 2 sharks difference will make a huge difference in this really nail-biting finale.
Completely.
We've seen pretty much every fight that we've seen so far come down to the wire. I'm assuming possibly my inability to actually see what his armor is, was that a Blazers member with the Verax? Or?
I think he had, no, he didn't have Verax. He had Guffin's helmet and some Carols and such.
So that
we've not seen
is going to conclude the round of 128. We're going to be moving into the round of 64 now.
Yeah.
So what are we going to see different here? We've obviously seen some fights. What's really going to be different?
Well, for a start, obviously, like we said before, Graphist there had a much better, unique setup and way more brews, way more food than Curtis did. From now on, both players will be reimbursed with their supplies to have exactly equal amounts, same potions, same food, which means that all that really comes down to is who's got the better gear, who's got the better account they've been training over the past 8 days, and ultimately, who's got the better skill to really take it to the final and take home some money.
It's interesting because those fights that we've just seen there, pretty much all of them came down to the wire, regardless of people having different invent setups. When they have the exact same invent setup, these could be, you know, tooth and nail.
Here we are into the round of 64, and the first fight that we're going to be able to